For part C, if you haven't already, stop the video and just think, what should we use for the substitution? Well, I'm going to let the inside of the brackets in the denominator equal u. So u equals 1 plus e to the x. Differentiate both sides with respect to x. And then rearrange, treating it like a fraction. And there we get an expression for dx. That will be what we replace the dx with in the integral. Now change the limits. If x is 1, then u will equal 1 plus e to the power 1. And if x is 0, then u is 1 plus e to the power 0. So 1 plus 1, which is 2. So these are my new limits. I'm now ready to do the substitution. The upper limit became 1 plus e. Whatever you do, don't turn it into a decimal. Keep it exact. So keep it as 1 plus e. And the lower limit became 2. Now the denominator is what I called, well, the inside of the brackets is what I called u. So the denominator is u squared. I'm going to leave the e to the x in the numerator for now and replace dx. And notice that the e to the x's cancel. We have a common factor in the numerator and the denominator. Let's simplify this. It's just u to the power minus 2. So once we have a function entirely in terms of u, with the du at the end, then we can do the integral. So I've raised the power of u by 1 and divided by the new power and simplified it as well. Rather than writing u to the power minus 1 over minus 1, which is correct, I've just simplified it to this. Right, now we can put the limits in, so the upper limit in first. That doesn't have to go inside brackets, but I like to do that because you can see clearly that is the result of substituting in the upper limit. And then take away, and I put the lower limit in. Let's simplify this. Now the question didn't specify how to leave your answer, but I'm going to take this opportunity to do a little bit of algebra practice. Let's combine these two terms. Let's give them a common denominator. And that denominator needs to have a factor of 1 plus e, and it needs a factor of 2. So 2 brackets 1 plus e is going to be my common denominator. This first fraction, to get that denominator, I need to multiply top and bottom by 2. So the numerator becomes minus 2, and on the second fraction, to get the required denominator, I needed to times numerator and denominator by 1 plus e. These brackets not entirely necessary, but I'm just putting them in there to be clear. So let's simplify the numerator. I've got negative 2 and 1 and e. The brackets don't make any difference. So that is e take away 1, and I'm going to leave my denominator factorized. So there we go, there's the integral. This is a number, as you'd expect when we have a definite integral with limits. And that concludes example part C.